Usually the response is, oh, you're just not smart enough. Oh, it went over your head. Oh, I need to break it down more. That's very dismissive. That's very condescending. And I'm sorry, EnQi, but I was just really confused throughout your presentation, to be honest. Usually the response is, oh, you're just not smart enough. Oh, it went over your head. Oh, I need to break it down more. That's very dismissive. That's very condescending. And I'm sorry, EnQi, but I was just really confused throughout your presentation, to be honest. Usually the response is, oh, you're just not smart enough. Oh, it went over your head. Oh, I need to break it down more. That's very dismissive. That's very condescending. And I'm sorry, EnQi, but I was just really confused throughout your presentation, to be honest.
Shout out to EnQi.
He went to EnQi. He talking to EnQi.
Oh, yeah. You were masterful. You were wonderful.
I just want to say that I think both of you brothers did a tremendous job. Y'all did a great job. EnQi really surprised me. He gave a little more information than I anticipated he did. And I have to say, EnQi, your first round was very compelling. And your second round would have been even more compelling to me if you didn't say what you said when Sonetta asked you that question.
Dr. EnQi, this is very important because we don't want this to go into no sabotage scholarship or sabotage debate. Now, I need to ask you, Dr. EnQi, the Christ that you're talking about is the Christ of the Bible, yes?
Of course.
All right, I got to ask this question, Dr. EnQi. This is very important because we don't want this to go into no sabotage scholarship or sabotage debate. Now, I need to ask you, Dr. EnQi, the Christ that you're talking about is the Christ of the Bible, yes?
Of course.
A few moments later.
People about the biblical tradition. He called me a Christian, which I keep telling him I'm not a Christian. We can't play that game. This is why I told Jabari, if when next week come, he's preparing 3 rounds of slides to try to disprove that Jesus walked on water and that Jonah slept in a whale, he's going to be knocked unconscious, beat, and dragged.
A few moments later.
Go ahead, Jabari.
I want to be really clear that I knew that this was going to be EnQi's attempt to win. And Sonetta will even acknowledge that I actually said very clearly to him in our conversation, I know what you're trying to do. I know that you're trying to use Christ so you don't have to actually argue about Jesus.
We will be looking at the sources. We will be looking at the sources. And on top of the sources, we will be going to listen to this now. Remember, I said this. Not only will we be looking at the biblical sources, the biblical books and their authenticity, but we'll be looking at the source of the sources, 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 the source of the sources.
What? Yo, shout the season, man. Bring it out, Dr. EnQi. Bring it out.
You trolling. You trolling. But listen.
Are you finished, Cosmic? Oh, you got another question, Cosmic?
Yo, that wasn't... Okay, Brother EnQi, are you...
That wasn't the answer you were looking for.
That was not an answer, but I think Brother EnQi doesn't want to discuss...
I think that's a narrative that y'all created that y'all like.
See, what it is, I think EnQi don't want to talk about the topic. He didn't want to give away nothing. That's what that is, I think.
That's what it sounds like, because every time you try to ask him about his position or what he's going to say, he goes to the chakra conversation and comedic practices, which was not...
Hold on. Let me say this to you, Cosmic. Listen, when you ask me my position is that Christ is a literal and historical character. That is my position. And I'm going to hold that position. And I don't think that position needs to be re-enunciated since we already have a debate on the line for that position. Jabari is saying that Christ is not a literal and or historical character. And what I'm saying is that Jabari is going to look foolish with all this.
You know, everybody know that Christ is just the title, right? You know, everybody know that Christ is just the title, right?
So wait, so I got cut. That's not even my question though. Like I'm good with like just chilling.
See, EnQi know I'm on to something. Look at him. Look at him.
My question.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. Why is my silence so loud? Why is it that when I don't say nothing, my silence is so loud? I just want to say for the record that the debate is not about Jesus. The debate is about Christ.
By the way, you should know I have a recording of our phone call. I never said that publicly, but now I'm saying it now. It's just not necessary for me to play a recording of what we actually said we were talking about. He knows that I'm telling him, listen, sometimes you got to check someone's jaw. I have a recording of the telephone conversation. Did you think that I would not record it? Did you think I would not record it?
Jabari the rat took the bait. Jabari the rat took
oh,
the
you're just not smart enough.
bait.
Oh, it went over your
Jabari
head.
the rat
You know,
took
I
the
need to break it
bait.
down more. That's very dismissive.
He accepted the offer. A fire in the air, it was written in red. Terms on the page, signed above his head. He brought a knife to a gunfight, oh what a sight. Tried to shoot a shot, but he missed that light. He aimed at the throne, but the crown don't fall. The king stood tall, no mercy at all. Jabari the rat took the bait. Jabari the rat took the bait. Jabari the rat took the bait. He accepted the offer. Contract sealed, there was no escape. Bound by words carved into his fate. He tried to debate the terms of grace, but a knife in his hand couldn't match that space. When and never, he cried in vain. When and never, but it brought no gain. When and never, echoes through the rain. When and never, only loss remains. Jabari the rat took the bait. Jabari the rat took the bait. Jabari the rat took the bait. He accepted the offer. A flyer in the air. Signed on his head. He brought a knife to a gunfight. Oh, the what a sight. Tried to shoot a shot, but he missed that light. He aimed at the throne, but the crown, oh. The king stood firm, no mercy at all. Jabari the rat took the bait. Jabari the rat took the bait. And he accepted the offer. Contract sealed, there was no escape. Bound by words carved into his fate. He tried to debate the terms of grace, but a knife in his hand couldn't match that space. When and never, he cried in vain. When and never, but it brought no gain. When and never, echoes through the rain. When and never, only loss remains. Cover image for Jabari took the bait. Jabari took the bait. Jabari stepped into the room thinking he mastered the topic. Pages packed with the life of Jesus. Facts line locked in, but EnQi slid the parchment forward. Eyes cold, watching, said debate me on the Christ, not the man. sign of doctrine. Jabari caught the shift but ignored the weight in his spirit. He knew Christ was a title, but pride said don't fear it. Ink whispered definitions bend like mirrors. Turned clarity to smoke till the truth grew unclearer. He signed the deal, binding like iron, no edits, no mercy. Thought he came to speak of Jesus, not a concept, abstract and earthly. EnQi smirked cause he baited the trap with precision. Set the terms in the contract to twist Jabari's vision. So when the lights hit and the crowd leaned in for the lesson, Jabari opened his notes and felt the weight of misdirection. He studied the stories, the man, the walk, the breath, the flesh, but the contract said Christ, the title divine, nothing less. Jabari stumbled through arguments, off beat misled. Thought he came to defend Jesus, but Christ was the subject instead. He boxed him in like a lawyer with language, raised a threat, and Jabari felt his confidence shatter. Felt his crown slip from his head. He lost not from knowledge, but from terms he didn't read. From a signature rushed by ego, a heart pulled by speed. And EnQi walked off with a grin, whispering, truth is a blade. You gotta know what you're fighting for before you step on the stage. Now Jabari sits with the contract framed as a warning. Don't debate what you did and agree to don't sign without mourning. Cause a trap ain't always violent, sometimes it's just a phrase. And one bad contract can steal a man's victory for days. Jabari the rat took the bait.
By the way, you should know I have a recording of our room. I never said that publicly, but now I'm saying it now. It's just not necessary for me to play a recording of what we actually said we were talking about. He knows that I'm telling him. I have a recording of the telephone conversation. Did you think that I would not record it? Did you think I would not record it? So let's be clear. He was like,
remember I said this. Not only will we be looking at the biblical sources, the biblical books and their authenticity, but we'll be looking at the source of the sources, 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 the source of the sources.
Nations move in silence, they don't make a sound. Intellectual violence with the brain unbound. Am I too sharp or are you too dull? Either way, it's over your head, this pool's full. Ooh, you are one in a million, a true 101. But I'm different. I'm a one of none. How to get away with murder? How to get away with murder? There's a murder one. There's a murder one. Shoot your shot, it's a movie plot. A twist so sharp it ties the knot. A body bag in the body bag, stacked inside the crime tag. The thesis we was debating, Christ not debating Jesus. The science of the silence, don't blame me, just believe us. This was murder one. This was murder one. Yeah. How to get away with murder, murder, murder. This was murder, was it? The flyer was a contract. Contract on Jabari. The flyer was a contract. Contract on Jabari. The flyer was a contract. A contract on Jabari. Christ a literal character. I had to embarrass you. Christ a historical character. We had to laugh at you. Brought a knife to a gunfight. Tried to shoot your shot. It's a movie with a red dot on your top. You playing, it's your hobby, but you know how I be. Do the boys in the hood wanna see a dead body? First round, EnQi dropped the science of tone. Related to Ray hieroglyph and the Shabaka stone. By the third, Jabari was a gunner. Punch drunk, walking into the wrong corner. He started teaching EnQi, let Jabari fold it under pressure. Jabari tried to blackmail a victory. Sick of me, exposes devil worship and wizardry. He knew he was gonna lose in infancy. This is the trickery of this industry. This ain't how it's meant to be. Intellectual violence killing me. We saw the best debate performance in history. EnQi even showed chivalry. Connecting the dots simply. If the question is the word of infinity, the science of standing waves is the symmetry. The nature appealing this, you feeling this? Woo! Jabari dead, Jabari dead, Jabari dead, Jabari dead, Jabari dead. You can't win on a technicality. You ran into Mickey and Mallory. Jabari was dead on arrival. The intro was viral. You are one in a million. True 101, but I'm different. I'm a one of none. How to get away with murder, murder, murder. How to get away with murder, murder, murder. This was murder one. Just moving silence, they don't make a sound. No. Intellectual violence with the brain unbound. Am I too sharp? Are you too dull? Either way, it's over your head. This pool's full. You are one in a million, a true 101, but I'm different. I'm a one of none. This was murder one. Shoot your shot, it's a movie. A twist so sharp, it ties a knot, ties a knot. A body bag in a body bag. Stacked inside the crime tag. The thesis we was debating. Christ not debating Jesus, the science of the silence. Don't blame me, just believe us. How to get away with murder, murder, murder. This was murder one. Christ a literal character. I had to embarrass you. Christ a historical character. We had to laugh at you. Brought a knife to a gunfight. Tried to shoot your shot. It's a movie with a red dot on your top. You playing, it's your hobby, but you know how I be. Do the boys in the hood wanna see a dead body? First round, EnQi dropped the science of tone. Related to it, Ray hieroglyph. Pottery tried to blackmail a victory. Sick of me, exposes devil worship and wizardry. He knew he was gonna lose in a risen. This is the trickery of this industry. This ain't how it's meant to be. Intellectual violence killing me. We saw the best debate performance in history. EnQi even showed chivalry. Connecting the dots simply. If the question is the word of infinity, the science of standing waves is the symmetry. The natural appeal in this. You feeling this? Woo! Jabari dead, Jabari dead.
Remember I said this. Not only will we be looking at the biblical sources, the biblical books and their authenticity, but we'll be looking at the source of the sources, 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 the source of the sources.